and shake hands your benches. 2 minutes of game time.
Yeah! So, down! Y'all know what time it is. Little John! 365, yeah! What the world, everybody know, man. Going down, we gon' let you know how we hang tough. Hey, Fred, step in your shadow. So let me get my pocket out, mother, make it so loud. Ooh, I like the little moon, yeah. Ooh, I'm about to act a fool, yeah. Step in your shadow. So let me get my pocket out, mother, make it so loud. Ooh, I like the little moon, yeah. Ooh, I'm about to act a fool, yeah. From tonight, just got paid. Looking for the money, what? Oh yeah, I'm ball to the ball. What drink till I can't put it on my black card? I got money.
And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to acknowledge the Bruins who are represented on the U.S. roster. And as well, they're back in home water for this game, and it is a deep list. Starting, attacker Maddie Musselman. She's an incoming UCLA freshman. She'll be playing for the Bruins in the 2017 season. Scored 13 goals to help Team USA qualify for the 2016 Olympic Games. Musselman also logged 11 goals for Team USA in the 2016 FINA World League Super Final. Maddie Musselman. Next up, we have Rachel Attal. Attacker Rachel Attal redshirted her senior season in order to train with the national team. Attal was the 2015 FINA World Championship Most Valuable Player, scoring 18 goals en route to Team USA's gold medal. As a Bruin from 2013 to 2015, she was a 3-time first-team All-American and was the 2013 MPSF Newcomer of the Year. She currently ranks 3rd in career steals on the all-time list at UCLA. Next up, we have goalkeeper Sammy Hill. Graduated from UCLA in 2015 and topped the UCLA career saves list with 950 saves. She was a 3-time All-American, helping lead UCLA to NCAA runner-up finishes in 2014 and 15. She was the 2014 MPSF Player of the Year. Hill saved 18 goals, helping Team USA qualify for the 2016 Olympic Games. Sammy Hill. Next up, defender KK Clark is one of the top 10 all-time scorers in UCLA history. She played for the Bruins from 2009 to 2012. In 2009, she helped lead the Bruins to the NCAA title. Clark was a 3-time All-American and an All-NCAA tournament team selection. She also earned all MPSF honors in each of her 4 years at UCLA. KK Clark. Attacker Courtney Matheson was a member of the 2012 Olympic gold medal winning team in London. The 2-time All-American attended UCLA from 2005 to 2008 and helped lead UCLA to the NCAA title in each of her 4 seasons. Capping off her standout collegiate career, she won the Catino Award and was named 2008 National Player of the Year. Courtney Matheson. And our last Bruin is busy with his team, but that is Adam Krikorian. With a total of 15 national championships as a player, assistant coach, and head coach, Adam Krikorian is one of the most successful Bruins in history. As a student athlete from 92 through 95, he earned All-America honors as a senior and helped lead the Bruins to the 1995 NCAA championship. He led the UCLA women's water polo team to 8 national titles, including 5 straight from 2005 to 2009. Since 2009, he's led Team USA to gold medals in 9 of the 12 major FINA championships, including Olympic gold in 2012. Adding to the list of accolades, Krikorian was recently named Pac-12 Women's Water Polo Coach of the Century. Adam Krikorian. Give a round of applause to all of our Bruins making it home for this game.
Good afternoon and welcome to UCLA for Game 2 of the USA Women's Olympic Team and Russia, alongside USA Water Polo High Performance Director John Abdu. Greg Meskel here with you poolside on a toasty afternoon in Westwood to the home of the Bruins for USA and Russia. Team USA coming off of a dominant victory Thursday evening in San Diego at Cathedral Catholic, winning 16-5 behind 6 big goals from Maddie Musselman. And this afternoon they take on a Russian squad that, John, we're expecting to be a little bit sharper after having a few more days to get acclimated here on their trip to the West Coast, and of course wanting a better showing as they take on the defending Olympic champs.
Yeah, no doubt, Greg. The Russians never acclimated to the time zone. They're here, they're rested, they've had a couple practices on their belt now, a game, and I expect a much closer match today.
Russia in the dark caps, Team USA in the white. The officials for this one, Hadi Farid, Tiffany Spiritosanto. The starters for Russia, Anna Ustakina goes in goal, Ekaterina Prokofyeva, Elvina Karamova, Olga Gorbunova, Evgenia Soboleva, and Evgenia Ivanova rounding out their group. And for Team USA, the Bruin alum, Sammy Hill, gets the nod in goal. Bruins all over this Team USA roster. Bruin commit Maddie Musselman, current Bruin Rachel Fatal, Maggie Steffens, Bruin alum Courtney Mathewson, Kylie Nuschel, Mackenzie Fisher, and Cammie Craig rounding things out. USA led by head coach Adam Krikorian himself, a Bruin alum and former longtime UCLA head coach, going up against Russia's Alexander Gaidakov, who did not go to UCLA.
Fair enough. Do you know where he went to college, though, Greg?
I can't say.
Unaware. That's okay. Yeah.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure. I thought you had some
Yeah.
trivia here. You were going to drop a Bucknell on us maybe or something. That'd be classic.
Yeah,
Russia's head coach, huge Bison guy.
Yeah, he's a Bison. No, I had no idea. Maybe the University of Moscow. We'll ask him after.
Yeah, let's check.
Yeah.
Opening possession here for Team USA is off the mark, and now Russia gets their first opportunity. Thanks to everyone for joining us here on Facebook Live. And opportunity inside. Sammy Hill there. This the final steps on the road to Rio for Team USA. They'll play Wednesday evening up at Stanford, a match that has long been sold out, the Rumble to Rio, to close things out. But here at UCLA, getting experience throughout California, Cammie Craig working inside. Just celebrated her 29th birthday on Thursday, and a turnover there. Russia takes control.
First minute of the game, lots of back and forth, but no one able to finish. This is the kind of first quarter that coaches dread if it keeps going this way, with no goals, no exclusions, no stop and play.
Here's Ivanova working to Soboleva, top of the perimeter. Some pressure here, and you can hear Coach Krikorian yelling for a press from his team. They work inside now. Simonovic. 90 seconds gone by, first quarter inside, and defense there from Courtney Mathewson. Able to tip that one away as they were working inside for Elvina Karamova.
It'll be interesting to see if the Russians can get anything going inside 2 meters, right in front of the goal. They really struggled with that in San Diego last Thursday. See if they can do that today.
Mathewson on the skip. That's off the post and away. Rebound controlled. And back to Russia. Crowd still filing in here. Just about filling up the Speaker Aquatic Center here on the campus of UCLA. This place has held some pretty major water polo events in the last 12 months. Both NCAA championships were held here on the men's and women's side. And a tip away there, Fatal, and back to Hill. Last time Team USA was here, scrimmaged the UCLA women's college team just up the hill at the Sunset Canyon Recreation Center, the former home of the varsity squad here. Here's Steffens now on the counter, moving in. Double team from behind, Mathewson now, and Team USA will regroup. Fatal gives a look. Shot clock to 2, nobody home, bobbled by Mathewson and knocked away, and Russia takes control.
You can never make this a bad quality, but sometimes Team USA is too unselfish. There's a lot of passing. They're the best team in the world for a reason. They move the ball so well. They get the ball out. Everybody touches the ball on every possession usually. But there's a possession where, hey, can someone put the ball up? Can we be a little selfish and get something going right away? Because we talked about this, Greg. Now you're 3 minutes into the quarter. No goals, no exclusions, no stoppage of play. So every woman in the water right now is feeling the burn.
Add to it the temperatures. Of course, the coolest place is probably in the pool right now, but It is a warm day out, constant swimming. Mathewson, that is knocked down before it can reach Ustakinia. Strong field block there at 2 meters. And now Russia looking to counter. Long outlet pass. They push it ahead to Prokofyeva, the captain. Dealing with Kylie Nuschel there on the far side. Comes the cross the way, Ivanova. Soboleva now looking from the outside, and that one is ricocheted off the cage. And back to Team USA. And the United States will have the advantage here as Fisher pushing ahead. She was tangled in the backcourt, now on the move. That's Karamova giving chase. Fisher moving in. A little discombobulated here on offense. The last couple of opportunities. They've had a couple of temporary 6-on-5s and haven't been able to take advantage. Fatal now trying to work at 2 meters. A post-up opportunity. 2 on the shot clock. Steffens, Nuschel, and they'll call an exclusion here on Russia. That will go against Ivanova. Her first in a power play, and perhaps this will jumpstart things for Team USA. And there it is, Mackenzie Fisher on the 6-on-5, gets Team USA on the board. And Team USA, 3:36 into the period. That's when we have our first goal, and it's from Mackenzie Fisher.
And both teams very grateful for that goal and that stoppage of play as they can get some subs in. First stoppage of play, first time to get some subs. Look at the 6-on-5 here for Team USA, and Mackenzie Fisher does exactly what we just talked about. Didn't need to pass the ball, saw her opening, no blocker in front of her, walks right in and buries the shot home.
Mackenzie Fisher committed to Stanford, and she'll get a chance to play with the national team in her future home pool coming up this Wednesday. Junior Olympics in full swing. Good luck to all the athletes that are taking part. Day 2 action underway right now in session 1. There's Prokofyeva moving in. A couple of big fakes and goes top corner to connect, and Russia has drawn level on the score from Ekaterina Prokofyeva.
And the captain there, Prokofyeva, with so much room to work. Similar to the last goal we saw from Fisher. Take a look here. Nobody knocking her down. She gets several fakes in. Defense stays back. She has plenty of time to wind up, put a lot of power behind that shot and gets it right past Hill.
Looking inside for Aria Fisher as Coach Krikorian has gone to his bench. It's tipped away, and now Russia's on the move. Ashley Johnson getting the start in goal Thursday night. Sammy Hill back to her home pool here and getting the nod here this afternoon. Walked on the deck earlier and just announced she was home. Inside, Russia finding a home in the back of the net. And Lisa Nova scoring, and Russia takes their first lead in this 3-game series. They go in front 2-1 with 2:43 to play in the first, their second straight goal.
Yeah, if you take a look back at how that play started, Greg, Maggie Steffens left the bottom line to try to steal the ball from the top there, and as she's doing that, you're leaving someone wide open in front of the goal. The Russians did a great job of moving into open space, again, a wide open look in front of the goal. Huge risk taken on defense there by Team USA, leads to the Russian goal.
And an exclusion, so go on Russia and Maria Borisova. Team USA 1 for 1 on the power play so far. Let's see how they fare here. Musselman. 2:15 to play, first quarter. Gilchrist is there.
Good cross-face catch and shoot there from Kaylee Gilchrist. The Trojan doing it in a pool she has played in several times, just on the opposite end there. But beautiful cross-face catch and shoot there. She received a long pass from the opposite side of the pool. Take a look here. Gets it over, whips it right around. Blocker was not in place, takes advantage. And as you hear the very pro-USA crowd cheer.
Also a strong Gilchrist contingent has made the trip up from Newport Beach. When she was announced for the starting lineup, it's got a exceptionally loud roar. Perhaps the most she's ever been cheered in Westwood.
Yes.
Under 2 to play, first quarter, a 2-2 game. Much closer affair to start here after Thursday night. And a big tangle in the backcourt there. Seidemann and Timofeva knotted up, but the ball back to Team USA. But, John, what a difference from Thursday night. Team USA worked their way to a 16-5 win. And now Maggie Steffens will draw a penalty in close against Prokofyeva, who admits guilt right away.
Yeah. You can just sense it. There's a lot inside water. Great position for Steffens. She got hit in the head a couple times, pulled back, and good patience from the official to wait to call the penalty shot.
And here's Gilchrist now. She's got two quick ones. Kaylee Gilchrist connecting on the penalty. And Team USA retakes the lead. They go in front now 3-2 with 1:38 to play in the first.
Gilchrist showing what she does best. She's a great offensive player, great passer, great feel for the offensive side of the pool. Gets the last 2 goals in a row. And you're right, Greg, to your point. This is a much different first quarter than the first quarter on Thursday in San Diego. Both teams showing up ready to play. You can tell the Russians are inspired now, knowing that they got to prep to go to Rio. They are not going back home, Greg. They're staying here in the States. They're training, and they're going to make their way straight to Rio from here.
Yeah, and that the big news coming out today, many people wondering what would come for the Russian athletes. We know already that the track and field athletes have been banned from Rio, but what was the fate of the rest of the Russian delegation after all of the doping charges leveled against Russia? And, well, the report out today, basically, it's going to come down to sport-by-sport organizations. So it'll fall to the likes, in this case, of water polo, to someone like FINA to decide what to do. And
right.
boys, at a short timeline. We're talking about the Olympic Games here, at least for these women, starting August 9th. Not a lot of time to make a decision. And then talk about a domino effect as a timeout's called here by Team USA.
Right.
Hypothetically, you ban a team like Russia, and where do you find a substitution? Do you go to the 5th place team, you'd think, from Olympic qualification?
Correct.
Where are they at? Have they been training? Are they ready to go for something like that?
Yeah.
Well, and then to this team, you understand why people suggest certain penalties, but what's their guilt in all of this? Who's to say? Who knows? So a lot of things to kind of hash out here in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's no doubt that the time frame and the window is closing very quickly. And there's a report last week that the Dutch women, Holland, who received 5th place at the Olympic qualification tournament, started training again and started to communicate a little bit just in case the ruling came out. So we know that the team's together. We know that they've had some discussions and are prepared. But all signs pointing to Russia competing in the Olympics in Rio in a couple weeks.
Under a minute to play here in the first as we come out of the timeout called by Team USA. Nuschel needs to get live here if you're wondering why she isn't putting the ball in that wide open net. And now the pass can go back to her. Fatal scores it. So some confusion there. A couple of horns came on, perhaps signaling a shot clock violation, but there was 2 on the timer as Fatal scored.
Right.
Let's see if they'll perhaps adjust this.
Get a look here. Defensive breakdown. You hear the horn. They go the other way. It's still time on the shot clock, so Fatal just gets a free look at the goal. And really, she gets a cross pass, wide open look. A little bit of a desk error. The desk now trying to see and correct. The equipment tends to overheat sometimes with the sun being so bright.
Sure. There are often day games here, but they don't often happen in July. So
correct.
It's an added element. So 42 seconds left here in the first as referee Hadi Farid is discussing things with the scores table. Now they're going to make a change here for Team USA in the water, but it looks as if that goal will stand.
Takes the pass back as we resume play. Kicks over
It's interesting. They let the goal stand. Now you get a final possession here for Russia. They still have a timeout to use if they earn an exclusion, although they turn the ball over on a long cross pass, and now you got 24 seconds left in the quarter. Team USA gets a second chance.
Yeah, they were trying to set up Timofeva. She had one side sealed off, but Aria Fisher was waiting on the other side. An easy takeaway. And now Steffens working inside. And nothing there, and Russia takes control, and they will call for time.
Yeah.
So Russia will use their only timeout available here in the first, trailing 4-2, 8 seconds left.
So we'll see what their 8-second play in Rio may be as they decide to draw that up, and also get a look too for both sides. Both coaches get a chance to really look at their situation, because now Coach Krikorian is being forced to say, well, if there's 8 seconds left in a game, 8 seconds left in a quarter, and we need to stop, who are the 6 women that are going to play defense in front of my goalkeeper to make sure that goal is not scored?
Yeah, so much of this is, of course, you want to win this particular game, but let's game plan some scenarios for when the real games come in just a couple of weeks here in Rio.
Yes.
And there's so many scenarios that you can cherry pick in friendlies like this that you can then demo what you're looking to do and kind of get things ready for Rio.
No doubt, and to see the Russians get a start here on their set play. 8 seconds is a long time, especially when you're allowed to have the ball at half tank here and get everyone set up.
Full Team USA Olympic roster announced yesterday in Venice Beach. Men's captain Tony Azevedo, part of that announcement as the Road to Rio tour came to a close. Still wrapping up today in Venice Beach. Cool event for Azevedo and for water polo to be represented. And these athletes in the pool wearing the white caps, they'll be part of that 555 athlete contingent headed to Rio. Last chance for Russia on the skip. Sammy Hill denies it. And that'll be all for the first quarter. Hill will let fly and knocked down by Ustakinya, bringing us to the end of first. 1 quarter complete at UCLA, and a back-and-forth affair that has seen Team USA go up now 4-2. We'll take a timeout and return. Second quarter upcoming here from Los Angeles. Stay with us on USA Water Polo TV. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Welcome back to UCLA. John Abdu, Greg Meskel here with you for Game 2 between USA and Russia. Thanks for joining us on Facebook Live. Back and forth first quarter. Russia took their first lead of this series, going up 2-1. Team USA battled back. A couple of Kelly Gilchrist goals, and then Rachel Fatal, the UCLA Bruin, able to deliver, and it's a 4-2 lead right now.
Ball drops in. Elena Fatal wins the sprint. U.S. Open's offense is our second period underway.
And Maggie Steffens controls.
Steffens connects over. Fisher.
So we got to look at Melissa
Neutral.
Seidemann, that center forward there at 2 meters. Traditionally, he's not going in there, but now she gets the ball. On Thursday, drew a couple of exclusions from that position as well. Can play the position, but as we mentioned before, from our humble opinion, top defender in the world.
Yeah, it really goes to show her versatility. She's so strong at defending, but that same strength works well on the other end of the pool when you need to move someone out of the way to post up. And see, when she's in there, it can be tough for the defense, as Mackenzie Fisher talking about people that are quickly becoming excellent defenders.
Yeah.
Made the switch from attacker to defender, and that long arm reaching in to pluck the ball away.
Yeah, she's definitely learned that that position well as she puts up the shot here. Someone who was kind of like a scoring threat in high school,
Sure.
doing all the offense, carrying the heavy load in all positions for high school club teams. You know, came here and has found a role as a defender, and I think she's going to be a great one, Greg, along the way. She continues to develop this way.
Scored a ton of goals at Laguna Beach High School, helping the Breakers to back-to-back CIF championships, Division I level in the southern section. Here's Russia on the attack. Lob attempt. Hill is there with the left hand to pull it down. And now Team USA on the counter. Long outlet. Hill to Steffens in front, reaching, and draws the penalty. Ivanova giving chase, picks up her second foul. And the second penalty shot attempt for Team USA. Gilchrist scoring the first. And Neutral here scores it. So Team USA has gone on a run here. They trailed 2-1. They're ahead now 5-2. Early moments here of the second quarter.
Great lead pass to Maggie Steffens on the fast break, on the counterattack. Draws her second penalty of the game. Good look there from Team USA, and Kaya Neutral buries at home to give them their 5th goal. But again, we talked about this earlier. The teamwork of Team USA is what sets them apart from others. And when it's on, it's great.
Here's a chance for Russia now. Working along 2 meters. Hill is there. And again, looking to counter, looking to swim Russia here in the second quarter. Hill will let her fly. Here's Seidemann ahead of the field. Seidemann going one-on-one, tangled up, still underwater, and that's a game exclusion. Well, Evgenia Soboleva getting her money's worth there. She is out for the match after keeping Seidemann under the water for a few seconds.
Definitely got her money's worth, and she'll get plenty of rest as she will not be back in this game.
Here's Fisher. Bangs it off the post, rebound in front, wave it off. No goal from Seidemann as she had the backhand to shovel it home. Soboleva, that's a starter for head coach Gaidakov.
That's right.
Done for the match here in the second, so he can't be pleased.
Yeah, unnecessary, just extra aggressiveness on that foul. Easy call for the official. Didn't have to do that much, and now the Russians will have to deal with only having, we'll call it 8 field players as they go through the rest of the game.
A near steal by Mackenzie Fisher. Shot clock to 5. They go inside, double team. Dealt out to 5 meters. Lob attempt just off the mark, off the crossbar and away on the try from Karamova. A little over 5 minutes to play, and you see a tussle like that between Seidemann and Soboleva. Part of the preparation here, getting ready for those frustrating moments. There's going to be a time where someone is going to incite you during the Olympics, and Seidemann bullying her way to the cage, buries that, so she doesn't get the prior shot to count, but this one is on the board and a 6-2 lead. But being able to shrug those moments off, because we talked about the rosters on Thursday, there's a limited amount of people you have to work with. Everyone is so valuable.
Yeah, and you take a look here at the Seidemann goal. Timo Fiva wanted nothing to do with that. Oh, excuse me, that was Ivanova. Ivanova wanted nothing to do with that. Seidemann making her move. She backs off, gives her plenty of space to put it away. But yeah, absolutely, to your point, Greg, and I misquoted the number earlier. Now, with 13 people on your roster, 2 of them have to be goalies. You lose one of your field players for the day. You do the math there. Now you have 10. field players to deal with the rest of the game. That means you only have 4 subs coming off the bench. The most you can sub 4 people out on any given possession. 2 people got to stay. This is a tiring sport, Greg. You need lots of subs, lots of numbers to be able to play it at a high level for long periods of time.
Well, and you get back to, as the entry pass goes inside, choosing to be game excluded. So that's a choice there if you're going to hold Sideman under the water. Everyone can see it. As now we'll see an exclusion against Team USA. So referees making sure to keep things clean here as Fatal is sent off. But there's going to be other opportunities where maybe you just draw 3 exclusions or commit 3 fouls in the course of the game. So now you're another person on the bench.
Right.
Off the post, Musselman there for the rebound.
And there's things you can avoid and things you can't avoid. So your point is spot on, Greg. That was a choice. You made a choice there. That was a human error that you made, as opposed to just the regular fouls that occur in the course of the game. You're going to have to take some exclusions at 2 meters. Things happen where you get excluded. But when you're doing it out of like kind of an unforced error, as they say in tennis, right?
Sure.
That's what that is, and that's not helpful for your team at all.
Under 4 to play. Contra foul on Cami Craig. Too strong against Prokofyeva. Breaking free. Russia now going to do a lifetime sub here. This will take a little bit out of their current possession as they'll be down a player going into the offensive end. It's Simonovic returning, swimming in from the corner.
Yeah, to that point again, Greg, they're doing hockey lifetime substitutions like that. It's hard to keep up in this game, and you need quick subs. So look for that to be a factor as this game progresses here.
Skip attempt, tipped out by Sammy Hill. And the ball will come back in at 2 meters for Russia. Great crowd on hand here at UCLA, braving the heat. Entry in, and Clark tried to get her hands up and spin away, but the damage done. KK Clark excluded Russia on the power play.
She knew it the whole way, but again, that's a foul that's okay to take. The ball got inside. USA allowed the ball to get in there, so the 2-meter defender, you're not going to let that person score a goal or get a shot off. It's an okay exclusion to take on her part. Now they play 5-man defense and see what they can get out of it.
The redirect inside and score the goal on the power play for Russia on that post, setting things up for Anna Grinyova. And a power play strike for Russia, and much needed because they had gotten into a situation where they went up early and then watched Team USA rattle off 4 straight.
Absolutely, and beautiful look at their 6-on-5 here. Great play by the Russians, getting the ball inside on the post, a high percentage look, a redirect shot, slams it home. Big goal for their rest, big goal for the team to keep them in the game, and a good example of a great executed 6-on-5.
Musselman into Craig. Working goalie out. This is trouble. Cami Craig missed it in close. Had a wide open cage and missed the chip shot off the crossbar. She'll want that one back. Stays 6-3, Team USA.
It's a little bit like painting a picture with a hammer. Just brought the wrong instrument, brought the wrong tool. Went too hard there. Wide open goal. She'll be thinking about that one as this game goes on.
Well, you can imagine her disbelief when she turned and saw nobody home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Work inside of 2 meters. Ordinary from the outside. Sails wide of the goal. And now Hill, long outlet. Here's Musselman. Maddie Musselman has Craig filling the lane. Cami on the move. Missed it off the crossbar, and Russia controls. A couple in close for Craig. Don't go her way. It has to be frustration for the soon-to-be 3-time Olympian.
Yeah, but leading up to that beautiful passing from Team USA, we go back to it again. Great outlet from Hill. A beautiful wrist pass from Musselman over to Craig, and Craig will finish, though. She's a veteran. Just a rough start for her today.
Well, you'd love to see a center get out and swim.
Absolutely.
She was going end-to-end there, filled that lane coming down the middle. And Team USA will call for time. 1:23 to go. Second quarter.
Yeah, you get a good look at Coach Krikorian talking about what's happened there on defense with the official. KK Clark being a little bit too handsy, so to speak, with the center forward, and even Coach Krikorian saying to the referee, hey, you got to kick us out. come Rio, come the Olympics, you got to make those calls. We got to know that that's not going to be let go in the Rio Games here in a couple of weeks. But as you can tell, anytime there's a common training series or a series of games here, friendly matches with any two teams, as the week progresses, as the games progress, they get more physical. And so all these players getting more and more familiar with each other, frankly getting sick of each other, sick of playing each other. And so you're seeing these little skirmishes left and right. What happened to Sideman in front of that goal could have been something that happened in practice yesterday. Could have been multiple reasons why these things happen. And these teams continue to fight, and we'll see it all conclude in Stanford on Wednesday.
Yeah, last couple of possessions there for Russia. If that same activity was going on in Rio, you're going to see some exclusions, I think. They were letting him at it, but to your point, definitely a bit too physical there at 2 meters, a little too much suit grabbing. Out of the timeout, Team USA onto the attack. Maggie Steffens has returned. She's working inside. Gilchrist, as Coach Krikorian gets some of the bench in. Nushel back as well. Exclusion called. This will go against Russia. And on the restart, Nushel thought you could have got Gorbanova there for a second exclusion, not giving Nushel any chance to either make a pass or a shot after the exclusion. But Nushel went right through her and scored the goal, 7-3, Team USA.
Yeah, there was an exclusion interfering with the free throw. Probably should have been an exclusion there, but lets her play through, and Kylie gets a and one, so to speak.
That is the water polo and one there. There'll be no free throws. Yeah. But Evgenia Ivanova excluded for the third time, so now you have two field players out, and we haven't even reached halftime here for Russia.
That's going to be trouble, Greg. I mean, really, again, this with the game as physical as it is and as high level as it is in an Olympic prep game, you need subs, you need bodies in the water to make this happen.
Ball near side, working in, looking for the backhand. And an exclusion called against Mackenzie Fisher. And Russia back on the power play, 1 for 2 so far. They'll call for time right here, 39 seconds to play. Second quarter, Team USA in control of this one, 7-3. Fans, don't forget, Wednesday, Stanford University, 7 p.m. start Pacific time, USA and Russia, the finale of this 3-game set, the Rumble to Rio. We'll have it for you live right here on Facebook Live. Also earlier that afternoon, a live episode of The Counterattack from the Avery Aquatic Center.
Right on.
Going to talk with a bunch of folks in the area. Kyle Utsumi, his brand new book, Sydney's Silver Lining, out now. Yep. Chronicling the rise of the 2000 Olympic women's water polo team and how the sport was added to the Olympics. So planning to talk with him, and going to be a host of women's water polo greats in town that day for the match. So should be an excellent day at Stanford. Tickets are sold out, so if you don't have a ticket, your best chance is right here with us on Facebook.
You make reference to the Sydney Silver Linings book that just came out by Kyle Utsumi. Great book, really documenting the history of women's water polo in America, how the game developed internationally and domestically on the college level. Great read for anybody. If you get a chance, check it out. Sydney Silver Linings.
Out of the timeout, here's Russia. And props to Kyle turning that book around in about a year.
Absolutely.
From the outside, big field block, Nushel. New shot clock here. Shot clock is off. Game clock down to 7 as we approach halftime. Last chance for Russia here. Looking from the outside, just 2 seconds left. Hill there with the stop, and that's all for the first half as Sammy Hill closes the door on Russia and helps kill off their latest power play. 2 quarters complete at UCLA, and Team USA in control, 7-3 over Russia. We take a timeout and return. Third quarter upcoming from Westwood. Stay with us right here on USA Water Polo TV. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Third quarter has begun, and Rachel Fatal takes the opening sprint to start us off here. Team USA ahead 7-3. Thanks for joining us here on Facebook Live. John Abdu and Greg Meskel here with you. First half scoring summary for Team USA. Kylie Nuschel and Kelly Gilchrist with 2 goals apiece. Melissa Seidemann, the aforementioned Fatal, and Mackenzie Fisher doing the rest. Sammy Hill doing the job at net after Team USA allowed 2 early goals, just 1 the rest of the way. And that is where we're at here. For Russia, they go to the bench. Anna Karnak comes on as the backup goalkeeper, wearing number 13. And then they've also made some cap changes here. This is a friendly, so can adjust some of the rosters here on the fly. An exclusion there on Kylie Nuschel and a power play here for Russia, but essentially Evgenia Abrizizakova will wear number 10, and then Tatiana Zubkova will wear 11, since Evgenia Soboleva and Evgenia Ivanov have both been excluded for the match, as Sammy Hill knocks that one away with the torso. And sides are even.
Sammy Hill starting to get in the groove as the Russians put up more shots. She gets more saves. And getting to play in front of her home crowd and her home pool here. Sammy Hill putting on a show.
Here's Nuschel. Team USA just days away from heading to Rio. A penalty called here on Russia. Go against Glazina. And the 3rd penalty shot of the match.
Yeah.
For Team USA. It's a bit of a high number.
It's just a tough matchup for anybody. And really, only I would say 2 or 3 teams in the world have the defenders to match up with Cammie Craig, Aria Fisher, Melissa Seidemann on all USA's post-ups. And Russia is not one of those teams that has the defenders to match up with them. So lots of exclusions, lots of penalties drawn inside, as big block there from the Russians.
Karnak getting a hand on that one, turning aside Steffens. So Team USA now 2 for 3 on the penalty shots. Minute and a half deep here in the third quarter. 7-3, Team USA. Difficult catch from Timo Fiva inside, trying to make the turn, but it's tipped away. 2 white caps around.
Started a great move, just didn't finish it. Going on the reverse spin, was hoping there would be a call. Mackenzie Fisher, both hands up, no call there to be had. Ball comes the other way.
Fisher working inside, goalie out, an ordinary now. And Russia will regroup on defense. Steffens moving in, shot clock to 4. Threads it into Craig, who comes through with the backhand. Craig missed a couple of chip shots in the first half, but the backhand is on point. And Team USA in front 8-3.
Better for Craig to not look at the goal than maybe to see the goal in this game today. Beautiful entry pass there from Maggie Steffens. Lifetime entry, goes in, dynamic pass. Cammie Craig throws in the backhand, breaks the ice, gets her goal in the game here. USA up 8-3.
And Team USA really spreading the wealth here on offense now. Only Musselman, Steffens, Mathewson, and Fisher, Aria that is, yet to score among the field players.
Wow. Karamova deciding not to shoot, wide open in front of the goal.
Working inside and leads to an exclusion. So paying off so far for Russia. The exclusion on Rachel Fatal, her 2nd. And Russia on the advantage with 5:16 to play in the 3rd. Dangerous cross pass, tipped away and stolen by Nuschel.
Russians looking for a penalty shot call. Thought they were pulled down on the post as the cross pass came in. You can see the frustration. This is going to lead for a big advantage now. Team USA up 6-on-5 in transition.
Here's Musselman moving in. Had 6 goals the other night. Russia's kept an eye on her. Steffens now. Shot clock to 4. Backpedaling to about 8 meters. Here's Nuschel. And she decides to dump it aside.
Thought she was going to light that one up. Had plenty of space. Wisely dumps it, though, when we say for the fans at home, dump the ball or give up possession, basically means you're trying not to give up a transition goal the other way. Give your defense a chance to set up, and smart play there from Neuschel.
Shovel shot, tipped away by Hill. And now on the counter, Team USA has room to swim. Neuschel doesn't see the ball. Now she finds it. And she's on the way. Blue Caps giving chase, but they're running out of time. Kylie Neuschel buries it. The counterattack score for Neuschel, and Team USA adds another here in the third.
Well, Thursday was the Maddie Musselman show, if we had to single anyone out. And today it's the Kylie Neuschel show. Great angle here. She's going one versus goalie, gets up, hesitates, waits for the goalie to fall, moves a little bit to her left, and buries it home.
Third goal of the day for Kylie Neuschel, and Team USA now ahead 9-3 with 4:12 to play. And since Russia led 2-1,
yes,
way back in the first quarter, all Team USA here as they took the lead and then took control.
Huge run for Team USA, and you could see some of the frustration on the face of the Russians, having a hard time getting a feel here, trying to work together on some of this. To maybe not everybody at home knows this, Russia has yet to name their team. There are 15 athletes here, and they can only take 13 to Rio. Still trying to make those decisions right now.
No-look shot off the crossbar. Long rebound comes to Musselman. Talk about Team USA's final preparation. Russia still to select a roster, taking it all the way down to the wire here.
Yeah. And imagine they've got to do that in the next few days here to just be able to prepare for Rio. But there's positives and negatives to that. And the negative is you don't get a chance to develop the team chemistry that you're looking for. You see some of these shots going up. Russian women are looking at each other, not knowing, not expecting what's happening. You see that ball slip out of Neuschel's hands.
And good pressure there from Gorbanova. And now Russia looking to counter. Gorbanova, Seidemann giving chase.
Good chase there from Neuschel. Good gap by Seidemann to make sure to cover up on defense there in transition.
Under 3 to play. Third quarter, 9-3, Team USA. Nearly deflected home as Seidemann got a piece of it, but Hill was there.
To that point, that's the advantage the Americans have. They've named their team. We've got plenty of practices under the belt with this squad, games now under the belt with this squad, and you need that chemistry building up to the Olympic Games.
Neuschel stepping in. Has a look. Comes near side, KK Clark. Lob attempt is in. KK Clark connecting. A 10-3 lead.
KK Clark, known for her defensive prowess as a 2-meter defender and big-time shot blocker, gets an open look here on the wing for Team USA. Nice touch, puts away the cross-cage lob. Beautiful shot.
Clark, part of the last UCLA women's water polo team to win a national title back in 2009.
Yep.
A freshman on that squad. 2:10 to play here in the third. 7-goal lead for the United States. Two teams will meet Wednesday at Stanford, 7 p.m. Pacific start. Live coverage right here on Facebook.com/USAWP. And then Saturday, we'll head to Houston. USA men taking on Montenegro at the University of Houston. Live coverage here as well, 4:30 p.m. Central Time start. Seidemann trying to break free. Another tangle. Seidemann has room. And off the post and away. Can sense some frustration here from the Russians now.
Yeah, don't be surprised to see a few more scuffles, some one-on-one battles that happen here. Let's see if cooler heads prevail, but you can sense the frustration and some of the tension building.
Skip attempt, and Hill is there with the right hand, knocking it away. 1:15 to play, third quarter, 7-goal lead for Team USA. Won on Thursday at Cathedral Catholic, 16-5. Number 1 team in the world. They've won every major title since 2014. World Cup, World Championship, Pan Ams, 3 Super Finals, Olympic qualification tournament. lot of national teams on the women's side in the U.S. that get recognized for just pure dominance. This squad right there with them. Aria Fisher pops up for the steal.
Aria Fisher coming up with the steal. And a timeout. Timeout for the U.S.
And a timeout called. Coach Ricorian will call for time. Great story on SportsIllustrated.com this past week about the Fishers, Aria and Mackenzie, and just kind of the whole family environment. Of course, Dad Eric, an Olympian in '92, and what it's meant to them to be sisters going to the Olympics together. And the longer they trained together, the more there was a little bit of dread about that team naming, because what if one went and one didn't, and what would that do to their relationship? And so fortunate that both of them go, as Mackenzie put it, to avoid a very awkward moment. But it's interesting. They're so competitive that they've kind of developed a rule amongst themselves. They don't discuss playing versus each other or what each other does in the water specifically to defend or score on each other away from the pool. It causes too much drama, and they're just too intense about it. So they pretty much keep it to team things or to positive things and kind of leave it there.
I think that's a wise move on their part. Good keep the family dynamic going while they compete for these spots. But it's interesting. I went on a short trip to Laguna Beach a couple weeks ago, check into my hotel, and there they are on the front cover of the local Laguna Beach paper. The Fisher sisters signing autographs. The local fire department, the city, gave them a nice little farewell before they leave for Rio. So they got a whole city behind them. Everybody cheering for Mackenzie and Aria.
Musselman here from a tough angle, no matter, skies it over the keeper's head, and an 11-3 lead. So Musselman gets on the board after her big outing in San Diego. Her first here this afternoon, an 11-3 lead.
I was waiting to see when she'd get her first goal of the game. Off the drive here, ball side drive, gets the pass in off it, and puts in this nice little hesitation lob. Team USA getting really good at on these lob plays. They get their 11th goal of the game.
Musselman putting in a lot of work. Gave him a full 8 innings on Thursday night, so was resting the arm here for the first half.
It's a good way to put it, especially considering her father's background.
20 seconds to play in the third. And now 10 seconds left. Russia trying for one last opportunity, thinking backdoor, not there, and Sammy Hill will take care of the rest. She'll let it fly, and that one sails harmlessly left, and we've reached the end of 3 quarters at UCLA, and much like Thursday night, Team USA well on their way to victory. They lead this one 11-3 over Russia. 8 more minutes to play in Westwood. Come back and join us. Fourth quarter sprint is on the way right here live on USA Water Polo TV. You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
So, you've got your hard-earned money, but you're not sure where to put it. Well, one of the best things that you can do is put it into a credit union. Credit unions are like banks, only better. They offer higher rates of return, lower fees, and are safe and secure. And because they're not for profit, they're all about putting the people first. With credit unions, you're not just another face in the crowd, you're a member. And credit unions are member-owned and member-operated. Take control of your finances. Visit or contact Sea Air Federal Credit Union to find out all of the great reasons why you should join.
Fourth quarter about to begin at UCLA, 11-3. Team USA in front of Russia, along with John Abdu, Greg Meskel here with you. John, great venue here at UCLA. Always wonderful to be here poolside, and lots of folks on campus helping to make this one happen.
Yeah, and it's great to have an event here with so many Bruins on the team and with such a history of water polo here. We've had the ability to have games at USC, at Stanford, up at UOP. We've been able to hit up a lot of colleges, so it's great to be here at UCLA. We're going to give special thanks out to Athletic Director Ashley Armstrong for having us here. Facilities coordinator here, Gavin Crew, doing a great job, and of course, head coach Brandon Brooks of the women's water polo team here, two-time Olympian for Team USA, coach of the women's water polo team. And of course, they have a long history as well. Adam Wright, three-time Olympian, men's head coach on the men's side here. So thank you to everybody who was here.
A brand new dad as well. Congrats to Brandon and the Brooks family.
Absolutely. Charlotte and Brooks coming through 10 days ago for the family. Congratulations to them. Mom and baby both healthy, and created yet another water polo fan in the world.
There we go.
Yeah.
Little does she know, she loves the game.
Yes.
Exclusion here on Russia. Power play. Musselman works it in. The low skip. Difficult delivery, and Musselman is on point with her second after the exclusion on Borisova. And another power play here for Team USA.
Power play for Team USA. Cross pass comes to Musselman, and to her surprise, nobody in front of her, no blockers. So she gets to go one-on-one with the goalie. Cross cage low, buries the shot.
Opening moments, fourth quarter. Thought we were going to have a bit of a tighter game here. A lob attempt there, and that will find the net. Nicely done on the reverse spin inside from Borisova. So they excluded on one end, and it comes back with another. But, John, it seemed like we were headed for a closer battle. First quarter, Team USA gets in front. Russia takes their first lead 2-1, but it just never got any closer than that. Team USA rallied and kept on going.
Yeah, and you see that look from Borisova. She reverse spins and then lobs it over Sammy Hill's head there. Look, if I was coaching the Russians right now, Borisova would be getting the ball a lot. She isolating her on the 5-meter line. She's got a big-time shot, and she's tough to guard inside. Scores the goal, but gets excluded on this end against Aria Fisher. And another power play for Team USA.
Borisova done for the match. That is her third. Yeah. And a power play here for Team USA. A little over a minute gone by here in the fourth. Here's Nushel.
Russia deciding to put another person inside the goal. Interesting defense here.
So is a unique wrinkle here when a team stacks the cage. Musselman off the post and out of play. And I like that idea sometimes. I think it throws off teams who are so used to doing one thing on 6-on-5, and suddenly a defender's missing, they're in the goal.
Yeah. Hey, look, when you're down 8 goals, try something.
Sure.
And you're right, to your point, though, as well. A lot of times water polo gets very standardized in the things that are done, so any little wrinkle could throw a mix in.
Were you a fan of the extra defender in the cage in your time on the sidelines?
Yeah, sometimes you could call like what's called like a house defense, where you put two defenders inside and have another defender splitting up top on the 5-on-6 defense. Wasn't a huge fan. I'm a little bit more of a fan of the moving and knocking down, storming, splitting. But but certainly something to have in the playbook just to mix things up, like you said.
Maggie Steffens with a great steal there. And you talked about people switching positions. You have to remember, she really came up as a defender, too, with, with the women's national team. If you go back to 2010, 2011, and that's what made her offensive breakout in London all the more surprising, because everyone had her penciled as a defender, and then she goes and drops 7 goals in her first game. Neutral off the crossbar and away.
But she hasn't lost that skill, Greg.
Not at all.
Team USA needs a stop on defense, short on defenders, Maggie Steffens is going to go in and defend 2 meters and make sure that she gets that stop. And it's fortunate to have a player who's still as versatile as Maggie that can do all those things.
5:23 to play in the fourth. Sammy Hill out, and Musselman there as well, and a penalty. This will go against Musselman. And a penalty shot coming here for Russia. 5:21 to go in the fourth. This one all but decided. USA ahead 12-4, although Russia has shown a little more life here in the fourth quarter. Glazina. And scores it. That's her first. And a 12-5 match right now. And you have to feel for the Russian athletes, and Coach Krikorin alluded to this in the media in San Diego on Thursday, kind of being uncertain of their fate. We talked a little bit in the first half about the ruling, or really non-ruling that came down today that's kind of put things on to individual sport international governing bodies. And that's still not a real cut and dry thing for Russia to hang their hat on. They see that, and I think they're probably still a bit left in limbo.
Yeah.
And you've got to play these games and train as if everything is fine and you're going where you think you're going, but it could all change before August 9th when that first women's water polo game takes place.
Yeah, it's not a great position to be in, and we talked about the teams still uncertain about their entry, although looking like they will participate. And then on top of that, they still haven't named their team, so there's still just a lot of uncertainty, still trying to figure things out. And so both teams in different parts of their preparation process at this point, and Team USA really firing all cylinders as they should be, trying to lead up to the games.
Heavy defense here from Russia now. Seeing a lot of physical play at 2 meters, off the ball with Musselman near side into Craig. And an easy call there as she was wrapped in a near bear hug by Anna Grinyova. And a power play here for Russia.
Talked about it again. I mean, they're just Craig is a tough matchup for anyone. All the center forwards on Team USA. It's a tough matchup for anybody. Here's an isolation for Musselman.
The hat trick for Maddie Musselman. So she didn't get it going in the first half, but she's come up big in the second. 3 goals, all in the second half. And she's helped put some distance between Team USA and Russia now, 13-5. And Musselman, this is where she'll be come Women's College Water Polo 2017, right here in Westwood, playing for the Bruins.
Yeah, you got to look at this goal. She's on the left side of the pool. She gets isolated by herself, buries that shot across cage. We saw so many of those goals on Thursday in San Diego come from the left side of the pool from her as well. Greg, you asked me earlier whether I was a fan of the defense inside. When you have shooters like Maddie Musselman and some of the shooters that Team USA have, I would not sit back on those shooters. I would put pressure on those shooters. They're just too good with the ball in their hand. You got to knock them down.
Yeah, Musselman was wearing out that side of the goal in San Diego, and now comes up defensively. We're talking about the youth in this team. Something all 3 of them, and I'm talking about the Fishers and Musselman, they're all long.
Yes.
Long arms. Yes. They seem to be able to get into passing lanes when you don't think they're in position to do it. And you saw Musselman there as well.
No, long arms, long legs, and then great athleticism to go with that. It's a deadly combination on the perimeter.
We saw Steffens earlier make a quick steal, but for as good as she is defensively, you see her make that move. You know when she goes, Fishers, Musselman, their arms seem to come out of nowhere. Speaking of Mackenzie Fisher and an exclusion here, things getting chippy to put it mildly as we approach the end of this one as Gorbanova will go out, and another power play for the United States as we play out the string here under 4 to play in the fourth.
Yeah, all of this is just gearing up for a real battle on Wednesday night in Stanford to finish this series off. That's going to be a battle as KK Clark field blocked.
Yeah, that defender paying dividends that time.
Yeah.
That was Prokofyeva in the cage with one hand, knocking it down. Stanford, next best thing to that opening day at the Olympics as far as packed house, loud environment, big fan base to kind of get the athletes, Russia included, ready for a high-profile water polo environment.
Yeah.
Lob attempt and score it for Timo Fiva. Nice maneuver there. Turned inside, switched hands to get free. And makes it a 13-6 match with 3:16 to play in the fourth.
A great move by Timo Fiva there. And Greg, Russia's a scary team. If they get themselves together, start building their chemistry, you get a look here. She's got great position, inside water, moves inside, and great touch on the ball to put it right over Samuel Hill's head. But I would say with Timo Fiva and Borisova inside, they're such strong athletes in front of the goal. And you add that with Prokofyeva and some of these other shooters that they have, this is going to be a scary team, in medal contention come Rio.
Not on the schedule yet for Team USA in Rio. They're on different sides of the bracket in group play as Musselman, after the exclusion, we'll take a look. The exclusion there goes against Grinyova. Under 3 to play here in the fourth. Musselman just lost the handle, but Clark's there to recover. Sides coming even. And Musselman splits the keeper and the defender to score her fourth.
Maddie could hear us talking over here. Goose egg in the first half after 6 goals on Thursday. A little of a broken 6-on-5 for Team USA. Finally, she ends up with the ball in her hands right in the middle of the goal. Again, no blocker, nobody moving at her. I mentioned this earlier. Great shooters. You got to go knock them down. They leave her wide open with plenty of time to set her legs, wind up on the fake and the shot, and she buries it home.
Musselman was inundated with interviews from local TV stations in San Diego after the match. And
sure.
Was, of course, mockingly complaining another one. Said to her, Maddie, just don't score so many goals. This won't be a problem.
Yeah.
But has not listened. She's back here again with 4 that Team USA appreciates.
Yeah.
And a 14-6 lead right now.
Going for 10 goals now in the last 2 games for the young Maddie Musselman.
It's a nice average. Shot clock to 4. That's off the mark. And Sammy Hill lets it fly. Hill getting the start here. Return to UCLA. Has done the job in net. 10 saves, 2 steals.
Wow. There's going to be a contra foul there on Aria Fisher. Inside at 2 meters. Russia now with a big advantage in transition.
Looking at counter with 1:42 to play. Final moments of this second match in a 3-game series on a warm afternoon in Los Angeles. Shot clock to 10. From the outside, tipped out by Hill.
Here's some instructions still being shouted here from the Russian coaching staff. They don't care what the score is. They're prepping for the Olympics. Every second of this game counts to get themselves ready here.
We've talked about this often, about these teaching moments and preparation moments, and that's one they'll mark down as not a good job. An opportunity late in the game to try and get something on net, and they turn it over. And now a long counter opportunity here for Seidemann as we fall under a minute to play. Good look to Fatal. The keeper's there, but couldn't get enough. And Rachel Fatal buries it for her second. And another UCLA Bruin here in the pool at UCLA, finding the back of the net.
Loving the counterattack from Team USA. Long outlet pass from Sammy Hill. A great passer from the cage she is. Gets the ball to the right side of the pool to Seidemann, who locks the goalie and makes a great look inside to Fatal, who battles at home, or excuse me, powers at home. But just love that counterattack, the teamwork, the passing, the ball movement from Team USA. Again, this is what sets them apart and makes them so much fun to watch.
Russia still attacking. And an exclusion there on Seidemann, and then a timeout called by Russia with 37 seconds left. Just the first on Seidemann, so she's done a nice job defensively, not picking up any fouls.
Well, Little Sweet Caroline there from DJ Mark Cousineau. We're not at Fenway Park.
Let's see if we can get a sing-along going here.
Yeah.
This would be apt if we just had a KK Clark goal, her given name, Caroline. Big thanks to everyone tuning in today on Facebook Live. We're back at it on Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. from Stanford, the Rumble to Rio. Final of this 3-game series. And a big shout out to all the fans that braved the temperatures here.
Yeah, it's got to be with the glare, definitely in triple digits on the pool deck, burning up here. Not jealous of the wrestling in the pool, but a little jealous of being in the water.
Sure.
Definitely hot right now.
Comes with a trade-off. And a big shout out to everyone watching at Junior Olympics, either on a break from one of your games or getting ready to go to JO. Session 1 underway. Day 2 today. Session 2 gets started Thursday. This is largely the boys' session. Session 2, most of the girls' competition.
Yeah, and big shout out to Coronado High School girls. They're here watching the game live before they go to the Junior Olympics. So great preparation for them to be inspired by the best before they head off to the Junior Olympics.
Sides coming even, but Russia connecting. Glazina has another. And Russia has cut it to 15-7 with 15 seconds left. Shot clock is off, so one final possession here for Team USA.
Great 6-on-5 for Russia. Nice set piece off the timeout. They move one of the perimeter players in. Nice slide in, nice movement, good catch and shoot, high corner. Great play. Coaches watching at home, take note. Good one to take back.
Power play had been a bit of a tough spot for Russia in this one. 1 for 6 going into that conversion. But it won't factor in the final 4 seconds here as Team USA has come away with another victory. That's the horn. And the United States defeats Russia 15-7. So a few days after winning big in San Diego 16-5, they take it to Russia once again here at UCLA 15-7. A balanced scoring attack. Scoreless in the first half. Maddie Musselman leads the way in the second with 4 goals. Kylie Nuschel, a hat trick. Rachel Fatal in a homecoming with 2 goals. Kelly Gilchrist adding to Mackenzie Fisher and Cammie Craig and KK Clark, all scoring each. Sammy Hill in double figures in goal. She gets the victory back here in the place she called home during college, and an all-around strong effort. One more to play, USA and Russia, on Wednesday evening in Stanford. John, your final thoughts on this one? Another strong effort, and after that early deficit, all Team USA.
Yeah, Team USA with a dominant effort after that. Those first few goals of the game. Both these teams now training, prepping hard with one more match before they head off to Rio. And as we talked about before, as you get towards the end of the week and at the end of these trainings, the tension, the physicality only rises. So really looking forward to Wednesday night. If you can't be there, hopefully you get to tune in online here on Facebook Live and get a good look at both these teams battling before the 2016 Olympic Games.
Yeah, match sold out Wednesday evening, but we'll have it for you here live from Stanford, 7 p.m. Pacific time. USA, Russia, the Rumble to Rio, and also earlier in the day, start time to be announced. Live episode of the Counterattack from the Avery Aquatic Center. But that will do it for us here from UCLA. For our hosts here in Westwood and our entire broadcast crew, my partner John Abdu, Greg Meskel signing off, and we'll see you Wednesday evening on the farm at Stanford for the finale, USA and Russia. But today, a 15-7 win for Team USA. Have a great afternoon, everyone.